Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, checking your bank account, and suddenly finding an extra $2,107 deposited. No call, no warning, no message, just the money sitting there like it was always meant to be yours. Sounds like a mistake, right? Or maybe it's the beginning of something big, something silent, something strategic. Because what if I told you that the federal government may have just expanded your Social Security benefits without a national announcement? Yes, that's right. SSI and SSDI recipients across the country are seeing a mysterious $200 increase in their monthly payments. But here's the twist: not everyone is receiving it, and even fewer people understand why it's happening. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's going on, whether you're eligible, and what actions you need to take immediately. Missing this information could cost you hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars over the next year. Don't click away. This isn't just another update, it might be the first sign of a bigger transformation that's already underway. Now let's dive in. The current federal Social Security payout for select recipients has quietly increased to $2,007. This includes a $200 boost that many did not expect, and for some, it happened without even realizing they had received more. No major media coverage, no government press conference, and yet the money is real. Where did this come from? Sources inside the Social Security Administration suggest that this boost is part of a newly structured cost of living adjustment, but here's the kicker: it's not being applied evenly. While some recipients are getting the full $2,107, others report receiving much less or no increase at all. This has led to confusion, speculation, and even panic. Is this a glitch in the system? Is it a targeted distribution based on income levels, regional cost adjustments, or hidden eligibility filters? What we do know is that the boost appears tied to inflation recalculations post-COVID, where a number of internal audits pushed agencies to acknowledge that previous adjustments were far below actual living costs. But the shocking part is that these recalculations weren't made public, they were quietly implemented through back-end updates to federal benefit databases. And here's where things get even more suspicious. Leaked internal documents hint that this update was designed as a test. A trial balloon, one that would only go fully public if it didn't trigger mass controversy or public backlash. In short, they wanted to see how many people would notice before they made it official. But it raises a much bigger question: why the secrecy? Experts believe this quiet rollout was a calculated move during an election season. Lawmakers know that a visible expansion of social benefits can sway voters, but they also know it risks political backlash from fiscal conservatives. So instead of announcing it, they deployed it in silence. And you might be part of that test group without even knowing it. Now let's break down what this means practically. If you're receiving Supplemental Security Income, SSI, or Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, check your most recent payment. Has it changed from last month? Even by a small margin? If you see a difference of $200 or more, you may already be in the pilot group that received the expanded benefit. If not, don't panic. The rollout appears to be staggered. It may be based on your state, your disability category, your age group, or even the last time your case was reviewed. Many recipients are still waiting, and many are unaware that they need to manually verify their eligibility through the SSA online portal. But there's another layer to this story, and it's far more serious. Some senior policy analysts are warning that the $200 boost may not be permanent. According to proposed budget drafts for 2025, the expansion is listed as a discretionary increase pending fiscal review. In plain English, that means if the government doesn't find funding to back it by the next quarter, it could be reversed. So what happens then? Those who spent the extra funds thinking it was guaranteed could be forced into sudden financial readjustments. And let's be honest, $200 can make or break a month for people on fixed incomes. But here's where it gets really troubling. If Congress doesn't approve full funding, the SSA may have to claw back that money, meaning they could reduce future checks to balance out any overpayments made this year. Yes, you heard that right. What feels like a gift today could become a debt tomorrow. So what can you do to protect yourself? First, do not assume anything. Go to the official SSA.gov portal and check your payment history, benefit letters, and case status. If you received the increased amount, note the exact figure and date. Second, avoid spending that extra $200 until you confirm it's permanent. Consider placing it in a savings account for now. If this change becomes official policy, you'll have it for future expenses. If not, you've protected yourself from being caught off guard. Third, contact your local SSA office and ask directly, "Am I part of the revised payment group?" They are required by law to disclose that information if you request it formally. Finally, take a moment to share this video with someone you care about. Whether it's your parents, your grandparents, a neighbor on disability, or a friend barely getting by on fixed income, there's a good chance they have no idea that this $200 increase even exists. It's not being broadcast on major news channels. It's not in the headlines. But it's real, and it's already impacting lives. The only way people find out about it right now is through conversations like this one. Your single action could help someone claim money they are entitled to but never knew existed. Imagine how many seniors or disabled individuals in your community are struggling to cover rent, groceries, medication, or even heating costs while this payment increase quietly rolls out, unnoticed. For someone living paycheck to paycheck, that extra $200 could mean the difference between eating 3 meals a day or skipping dinner. It could cover a co-pay, a utility bill, or transportation to a doctor's appointment. And all it takes to miss it is silence. Silence from the government. Silence from the media. And silence from us, if we don't speak up and share what we now know. We are living in a time where the biggest financial shifts are no longer announced with press conferences or front-page headlines. They happen behind closed doors, buried in digital code, and stored in quiet back-end updates to online systems. If you're not actively watching, if you're not constantly checking your records, these changes can pass you by completely. And that's no accident. Some officials believe that the government is counting on people not noticing, so they can adjust later without being held accountable. That's why awareness isn't just helpful, it's powerful. Make no mistake, the $2,107 Social Security payment is very real for those who are already receiving it. And the $200 increase that's quietly appearing in some people's accounts is not a glitch. It's a calculated move. But here's the part most people miss. Whether that increase becomes permanent or quietly disappears depends on public awareness. The more people ask questions, check their records, and demand transparency, the harder it becomes for this change to be reversed or ignored. Your voice adds pressure. Your attention creates accountability. And if you've watched this far into the video, you are already doing more than most people ever will. You are informed. You are alert. You are aware of something that many others have completely overlooked. And in today's world, that knowledge is not just valuable, it's critical. By understanding what's happening now, you positioned yourself to make better financial decisions, protect your benefits, and guide others who may be left in the dark. Don't underestimate how far that impact can reach. So the question now is simple but urgent. Will you stay silent or will you speak up? Will you close this video and move on, or will you take one small action that could ripple out and change someone else's life? Because this isn't just about payments. It's about visibility, justice, and the future of how we're treated by the systems meant to protect us. And together, by staying informed and helping others do the same, we turn a quiet change into a powerful movement. So now I ask you, what will you do with this information? This video is for informational purposes only and is not official communication from the Social Security Administration. Viewers are advised to verify all details directly through ssa.gov or their local Social Security office.